I always thought my husband was a little distant, but lately, things had become strange. He guarded his phone like it contained state secrets, came home late, and had excuses that made less and less sense. My gut told me something was wrong, and one night, I decided to find out. He told me he was spending the evening at his best friend's house, the same best friend who, funny enough, was on a trip abroad. So I checked his location. He wasn't at any house. He was at a bar. My heart sank. I drove there, shaking the whole way. When I walked in, I scanned the room, and there he was, at the very back, laughing, sharing a beer with another woman. The sight hit me like a punch. I froze. My vision blurred, my chest burned, and I almost collapsed behind a table to hide. But he didn't see me. He just called the waitress for another round and went back to smiling at her. That was enough. I walked out before my legs gave up on me. That night, I cried myself to sleep, and around 2 a.m., he stumbled into the bedroom, reeking of beer, acting like everything was normal. He kissed my forehead and said, "Hey baby, had a great time tonight." A great time lying to me? The next morning, he woke me up with breakfast in bed, eggs, bacon, toast, and a plate that said, "Happy anniversary, my love," written in chocolate syrup. I almost laughed at the irony. He came into the bathroom while I was brushing my teeth and kissed my cheek. That's when I couldn't hold it anymore. I told him I knew he was cheating. He looked stunned, then amused. He started laughing so hard that I thought he'd lost his mind. When he finally caught his breath, he told me to sit down. He said he could explain. Apparently, that woman at the bar wasn't his affair. She was his long-lost sister. Her name was Jill. They'd been separated as children. His mother had kept him and sent Jill to live with an aunt across the country. They lost contact for decades, until recently when Jill found him through some old records and reached out online. They met that night for the first time in years. I wanted to believe him, but why lie about it? He said he didn't want to get my hopes up in case it didn't go well. Still, it hurt. He showed me their messages, the family details, even her ID. Everything checked out. So I agreed to meet her myself. Later that evening, we met Jill at the same bar. And to my surprise, she was wonderful, charming, kind, with green eyes that seemed to hold stories behind them. We hit it off instantly. Over time, Jill became a part of our lives. She moved in for a while, saying she wanted to reconnect with family. I didn't mind. I thought maybe she'd bring some peace back into our home. But something unexpected happened. Jill and I grew closer, much closer. We spent days together, shopping, laughing, cooking, and somewhere between those ordinary moments, I began to fall for her. It started as curiosity, then admiration, then something more. One night at dinner, I asked her, half joking, half seriously, if she liked me. She smiled, tilted her head, and before I could say anything else, she leaned in and kissed me. That one moment changed everything. For weeks, we kept it a secret. When my husband left for work, Jill and I would steal our own little world, in the kitchen, the bedroom, anywhere the sunlight touched. We laughed, whispered, and for the first time in my life, I felt alive. But that illusion shattered the day my husband came home early. He opened the door and found us together. The look on his face, it wasn't anger at first. It was heartbreak. He dropped his briefcase, shaking, asking how we could do this to him. Jill tried to explain, but it only made it worse. He yelled, said she was no sister of his anymore, that she should have stayed gone. When I defended her, he turned his rage on me, called me a traitor, an ungrateful wife. But I couldn't deny it anymore. I loved her. The next day, he served me divorce papers. Jill and I moved out soon after. She found a nursing job, and we built a life together. Quiet, steady, and real. Sometimes I wonder if I ruined everything, or if I finally did something honest.